Okay, the time is 8:50. Today's Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. We are beginning the budget hearing for the Treasurer's Office. Representing the department is Treasurer Chris Hitchcock and Chief Deputy Treasurer Caroline Mansfield. Present from the Commissioner's Office is Commissioner Spindler and Dvorak, County Administrator Jerry Morgan, Assistant County Administrator Linda Breheny, and Budget Manager Adrian Gordon and Senior Fiscal Specialist Debbie Ashburn will now discuss the budget for the Treasurer's Office. Normally, the people are like right around here, and I can like look at them to see. So go ahead.
He's looking at me. Okay, well, we have a budget. I think that I submitted everything. We had a couple of things that went up slightly, and we had one fund go down, and that was the advertising fund. And that's always a gamble because we don't know what we're going to foreclose on and what those costs are going to be. But the only thing that really went up is the budget for contract services for Red Tree, because they're finally, after a few years now, going to build in raises until we get up. Not that much, I think maybe $9,000 over the course of 3 years. So that was it. Other than that, I think we tried to stay within what you told us to do, because that's what I always do, and that's what I have Donna, who does all of the like materials and supplies. She's quite good at that, and she can pretty much do it to the penny. She's great at forecasting what she's going to do, and if we need anything else, we will ask politely or beg whatever we need to do. But I think that's it, unless you have any questions.
So treasurer fees and interest and all that, looks like you are thinking that's going to be pretty consistent for 2025?
Fairly consistent. It might go up a little, and then we'll address that again at the budget commission. We're, I think, at 2/3 or about a little over 2/3 of what we've planned on for the year already.
For interest?
For interest.
Yeah.
And I just posted a huge chunk, so that's really good. So always expect a little bit. We aim to please. There you go.
Would underestimate and overproduce. Because if we do otherwise, it could put everybody in a fiscal jam.
I don't want to be in the fiscal jam.
Well, it is what we've tried to do too with the sales tax to a certain degree, but there has been pressure to increase that to, you know, the kind of the bleeding edge, I think. But because we just had, last month we had a six-figure drop, our first six-figure drop in sales tax month to month that from last year to this year that we've had in a while. Like it, almost as far back as I can go and see. It's always been in this direction for the most part, with maybe a slight dip, less than what was expected during COVID. And it's, but this was like over $100,000 drop from last year. So hopefully, I mean, 1 month doesn't make a trend, obviously. So we have yet to see what this month's figure comes in at, but I agree with you, Chris. I mean, underestimate and overproduce. It's probably one of the best ways to do it budget-wise, because then you haven't painted yourself into a corner if the revenue's not coming in. So I do agree with you on that.
The scary thing is the market is doing so well. Everybody thinks if the market's doing well, the economy's got to be doing fabulous.
Yeah, and
it's a very it's a great case of very thin ice.
Yeah,
there is something coming. All of this enormous government spending, there's going to be paying the Pied Piper in time. The Fed says they're going to.
So is it the government? Is it the government bubble? Because I mean, you had the tech bubble, you had the housing bubble. Would you say that this is the government bubble that's about to burst? I mean, that's probably the worst
trillions
one.
of dollars.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But that payback, who knows? It's not going to be right now because the market's so strong. But you know, luckily, government entities are only allowed to invest in cash-type vehicles. that means we are good cash-wise.
Right.
We only hold a little bit of actual cash, but all of our investments are cash vehicles, and they can be redeemed whenever, and the liability is not significant. So we, Geauga County, are in an enviable position of financial resources. Caroline, you have anything else?
I don't, unless Adrian has any.
Under contract services, could you explain that? What do you guys sub out or?
It's the banking fees, and it's, actually, I don't think that is, the bank fees come on a separate one, which is 34.8. Contract services, this is really for Red Tree. Their budget was 26,000, we're taking it up to 29,000, and then next year it's gonna be 32,000, or this, in 2025, so we're just raising it like $3,000 in increments. Because when they came and made their proposal, they came in significantly well below everything I think we were doing with meter. They gave us a great deal.
I beat them down.
He did.
And the market yield then was about 2 basis points a year. Now we're at 400 basis points a year.
And we added quite a bit to the portfolio as well, and took the cash balances down, so they're doing more work as well.
And
they
getting us a bigger return.
Absolutely. We're seeing it in interest income.
And to be fair, Caroline, I used to handle all of the investments myself, and over the years, Caroline has taken on more of the responsibility. So the training program continues, but it is diminishing. Caroline's doing a very good job.
Yeah, and Caroline did come to me this year and had requested some additional going into that for Red Tree as well for their contract services. So, and I think actually today they had an employee that is in delinquent tax that has picked up hospitalization insurance, so they needed to increase that as well. So that's on for today and reflected in this budget as well for next year. So.
So is that a new employee? Or just there was?
Josie actually, I think, picked up last year, but she never took me before, and then Brittany, who was a little over a year, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be here 2 years in September.
So change of status.
Yeah.
Yeah, did she go from single to family, or was it no insurance to insurance?
She had no insurance when she came from the school system.
Oh, okay.
And then we had to wait that period, and then she took that, and then Josie, who's never been on our insurance, decided she was
She
going
was
to
doing
do
waiver.
it. So she, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's and Dorothy always takes a waiver for the insurance, but she does take our dental.
Right. Well, you guys have been pretty consistent over the years. I mean, as far as, we have a graph here, and other than, and these are very small increments, stuff going up, but, a majority of the increase that we saw in 2023 could probably be attributed to the 5% wage increase.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Any other questions at all?
Okay.
No, you're good? Okay, this concludes the budget hearing for the treasurer's office, and the time is 8:59.